Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So I joined this control match a little bit late here. It's like 1500 points in, and I'm using Red Death and the Judgment. The Judgment is a year 1 shotgun that I got, and you're able to re-roll it. And back in the day there was a Nemesis tournament, and they hosted a tournament where at the time pretty much the only thing you'd see is like Thorn Fellwinters on a Blade Dancer. And they decided to come up with a tournament where they force you to have one of each class and one of each exotic hand cannons, because at that time using something like a pulse was pretty much out of the question. So it was exotic hand cannons at the time, so you had to have one Hawk Moon, one Last Word, and one Thorn. And I was playing with 2 snipers, so I got pretty much stuck with using a shotgun and using a Thorn, which is not really entirely stuck because that's probably the best loadout out there that there is. But I had a lot of fun shotgunning, and I kind of got a really nice roll on my Judgment. So I have knee pads, crowd control, and rifled barrel. I'm not quite sure what the ballistics are, but it's max range. The impact is a little bit low, but that's kind of just the archetype of the shotgun. It's really snappy and fast, and you can shoot really fast, which is something I like about it. I don't know, it just feels really nice to me. But the main thing is the Red Death. So I've been using the Red Death for a while. I kind of use it on and off a little bit. I remember, if you guys are familiar with how when Taken King came out, there was a weapon balancing patch, just like how there was with Rise of Iron, where they nerfed snipers around like 3 to 4 days ago. At that time, pulses became really good, and hand cannons were not so hot. And at that point, like you can use an auto rifle or a scout, but they just really couldn't compare to pulses. And because remember how Hawksaw, when Taken King was out, it was like the main pulse rifle that everyone used. At that time, there was no Suros PDX and there was no Hawksaw. So pretty much the only thing you were gonna see when it came to like sweaties or whatever, or just kind of pubs, I think as a whole, is you saw a lot of Red Death and you saw a lot of bad juju. And that was one of my favorite times when I was playing Destiny. I played on a Titan. I remember I used to run single point sling on my Red Death, and I would like skate at people super fast because the time to kill was fairly low at the time. And I would get up on them super fast, and if my shotgun hit markered them, I had single point sling and I could switch to my Red Death, get a burst off, and I would get all my health back. I just remember it being like a really solid play style, and the weapon just worked really well for me. I really like the exotic perk. I also really like how you can run high caliber rounds, which actually gives you extra range as well now, and you can run unflinching. So it feels really stable when you're using it. You don't really get affected by when people are shooting you when you're in a gunfight that much. I just really like it. Of course, the exotic perk is very good as well. If I get someone really weak and they're around a corner and maybe they have 2 people or something, and I would normally kind of be discouraged to push that if I had any other weapon. But if I know someone's weak, if I can slide around the corner and finish that one guy off so that I can regen and reload super quickly for the next guy, it just works really well. In addition to that, I'm playing on a Gunslinger, and on a Gunslinger I'm running Gunslinger's Trance, which, if you're unfamiliar with it, I talk about it a lot. It increases your stability for every single headshot kill you get. I believe you have like a 12-second span where you can double it and triple it. So if you get 1 headshot, you'll see it pop up Gunslinger's Trance ×1, and if you get a headshot before that timer goes out, it multiplies to 2, and then so on and so forth. It goes up to 3, and it gets to really high stability. And at that point with a Red Death, you become pretty much unstoppable because the range is really good. It flinches a ton. You barely flinch as it is because of unflinching, and you pretty much have 0 recoil. So I don't know, it's just a really fun weapon for me to use. I haven't been using it that much, but whenever a weapon patch comes out, I feel like even though certain weapons might not statistically be better, just people seeing that weapons they're kind of accustomed to using in the past, seeing them get nerfed, it kind of, I guess, promotes them to use new stuff. That's kind of what happened with me. I got a really nice gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to stick around, keep listening, keep watching, then I thank you very much for that. But now we're going to be talking about MLG Columbus, the Destiny event that's going on. It's a Supremacy 6v6 exhibition match. They're basically just showing off private games, and they are flying out me, Walla, Triple, Lumi, Vile, and then I Drop Bodies. And then on the other team, which is Bravo team, is Crafty, True Vanguard, KJ Hovey, Little Sonic, Frostbolt, and Encooch. So we're going to be playing for I think like 1 to 2 hours. It's going to be a pretty lengthy amount of time. It's going to be so much fun. I'll put some times on the screen for when the stream is starting. You can find it at twitch.tv/MLG, and I'll put the links to basically everywhere you can find it in the description if I misspeak right now. So if you're not quite confident in what I'm saying, then just go to the description. It'll all be there. I hope to see everyone there in the stream. I'll be hosting it on my channel. If you want to watch it in there and hang out with my chat, then that's cool as well. But it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'll try to post a lot of updates on Snapchat. My Snapchat is the same as my YouTube and the same as my PSN if you want to add it. And that's pretty much it for the video. I'm actually gonna let the gameplay run because this was a really nice game. I just wanted to kind of quickly touch on a few things. So if you just want to take a look at Red Death and kind of how good it is and how unique it is, then stick around. I'll have some music in the background probably. And hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace.
2 for 1. Double kill. Triple down. Only 5 minutes left. Zone B lost. Enemy captured Zone B. You're almost there. Your victory gives the city hope.